Thufail PT. Welcome to PropGuide's weekly news roundup on India's real estate sector. In a first step towards a new India, the government released the list of cities selected for its Smart City project. Names of 98 cities are announced. It includes 24 state capitals. Uttar Pradesh has got the maximum number of cities in the list, followed by Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. This week, the government also urged the state governments to expedite work on the mission to build Home for All by 2022. In our last weekly roundup, we had seen a prolonged logjam in Parliament putting the fate of real estate bill and the land bill in effect. This week, there have been reports pointing towards the possibility of the government calling a special session of Parliament to pass the long-pending Goods and Services Tax bill. Meanwhile, a group of home buyers wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi asking him to pass the real estate bill. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari said that the state governments could accept the land acquisition law and pass their own rules. The NITI Aayog has decided to set up an expert panel to draft a model land leasing law. Once the model is in place, the state government will be allowed to adopt the law according to their needs. In another development on the policy front, the Securities and Exchange Board of India has decided to ease norms for infrastructure investment trusts. The new rule says that the minimum amount committed by the sponsors in infrastructure investments can be 10% as opposed to the earlier 25%. In our last weekly roundup, we saw Reserve Bank of India Governor Raghuram Rajan asking builders and developers to lower property prices. In response to that, All India Developers Association (CRADAI) issued a statement saying that property price reduction is not likely to happen. They said a substantial reduction had already happened across the country. A further reduction will be a deterrent to the growth of this sector, which contributes so much to the economy of the country. Earlier, PropTiger.com's quarterly review report on India's real estate sector had predicted that the property prices would remain stable in India. In our last weekly roundup, we had shared with you a news about the central government clearing the home projects around the Okla Bird Sanctuary. In a follow-up to that, the Noida authorities have promised to hand over the completion certificates to these builders and developers within a week. The authorities have also said that the builders and developers have to first clear their dues before getting the certificates. In more good news for the home buyers in Delhi, the Delhi Development Authority has said that it is going to release its next housing scheme by the end of 2016. It is going to be the biggest ever scheme in the history of DDA, with more than 60,000 flats on offer. This week, the stock exchange witnessed a fall, followed by a market crunch in China. Among the realty majors, DLF raised Rs 375 crores through non-convertible debentures. The company's shares gained accordingly. A Pune-based developer has announced that it is going to build India's largest affordable home project. The project will be spread over an area of 22-acre land. It will have more than 2,000 affordable homes. Mumbai will soon be home to India's tallest commercial building. The project is proposed by the Union Ministry of Shipping. It is going to be a 130-story building and will cost more than Rs 10,000 crores. That's all from the PropGuide's weekly news roundup. For our daily news roundup on India's real estate sector, please log on to proptiger.com/guide. Stay connected.